Other interesting business news, you have the vegan KitKat to be discontinued with all 13 fans heartbroken, though they will for sure stock up on this, what's the opposite word of a commodity? Trash, before it is completely off the shelves, which, I mean, talk about bad advertising. I didn't even know this thing existed. Granted, I'm not a chocolate purchaser. I'm a guy. Well, if you're a single guy, I don't know any single guys who buys chocolate, but that's just me, except for maybe chocolate flavored whey protein. But I partially digress. This comes with thanks to Yahoo Life, which somehow still around, the OG search engine. Specifically, Nathan, who's a writer over there, and they say, quote, chocolate fans are urged to pick up and stock up after Nestle reveals popular, quote unquote, candy bar to be discontinued this summer, which I added the quotation marks because if it was truly popular, it wouldn't be discontinued. If it was a very popular candy bar, people would be buying it up left and right. They wouldn't be, discontinuing this thing. So obviously it's not that popular. Now, this is funny because they say, quote, sticking to a vegetarian or vegan diet is no easy task. Actually, I do agree with that because you have to spend about approximately 20 to 35% of your life telling people that you're vegan if you are vegan. That's a momentous thing, though I think many of them do it as a point of pride so they don't feel the burden, so to say. Now, they say, quote, it takes hard work and dedication to find ingredients we love to cook as well as products that fit in our daily eating habits. When we do find products that work within the boundaries of our diet, we hold on to it like our lives depend on it. Though ironically, their lives definitely don't. Now they say, quote, while there are loads of chocolate varieties to choose from, Nestle is one of the few retail giants that actually offers vegan versions of some of its most popular chocolate brands. But in an unexpected turn of events, fans of KitKat Vegan are being urged to stock up on the fan favorite chocolate bar in preparation for its impending discontinuation this summer. This isn't supposed to be a comedic article. They say in their unexpected turn of events. Really? I mean, this has got to be a very, very low volume product that they make of the whole portfolio of chocolate that they shove on people. I mean, this is kind of like people were pretending they were surprised that Kevin's Hearts chains of restaurants in California closed down when they were in an exclusive vegan fast food concept, which was such a stupid idea. If it couldn't work in California, it won't work anywhere on the planet, except, well, maybe India, where they're mostly, they don't like beef, but nonetheless. Now, they say, quote, the cause for the discontinuation is being labeled as a, quote, a drop in global demand, and it officially puts an end to the 4-year run on the market for KitKat Vegan. KitKat was actually one of the first major chocolate providers to launch a plant-based alternative for chocolate lovers everywhere, and received widespread enthusiasm in the process. Well, not really, because there was really widespread enthusiasm and unwavering commitment and fanfare. They won't be discontinuing it. Yeah, here you can see a picture of it, which at least the packaging looks interesting. I don't really think it looks appealing, but it is interesting, I suppose. A spokesperson for Nestle said, quote, unfortunately, the global demand has been reducing to the point that production was making manufacturing more and more complex. Well, actually, no, that has nothing to do with the manufacturing process. You're not adding really, you're just saying you're losing money on this. It's not like it's more complex. You have the same crappy ingredients you're throwing to a big mixing bowl. It's just a matter of, are you losing money? Well, in this case, it'd be lost opportunity cost because you just could be running the machinery, assuming that you have one facility. Well, they have many facilities, but if you have one production line for the KitKat and you want to make the vegan, in theory, depending on the plant capacities and locations, you have to shut it down, pivot to making this crap, and make it, and then you spin it back up to the original production. Now, if you're making so much more money on the alternative, you're actively losing money by making this stuff. Now, I guess because you're buying the ingredients for this in lower quantities, it's also less profitable as well. So it was interesting for them to go after this niche, but yeah, I love how they're saying it's more and more complex. No, and then they say, quote, we made the difficult decision to discontinue the product. I mean, it would be a lot more funny if they just said out loud what everyone really is thinking, the reality of, you guys didn't buy this crap, so we're not going to make any more, losing money on it. That's the reality of what's happening here. Now they say, quote, we know there will be some disappointment. However, it will still be available in the UK and Ireland until the summer. Fans of the KitKat Vegan are understandably upset with the news. Now, I mean, they're not going to be able to do much since most of them can't lift a dumbbell more than 3 inches off the ground. Need protein, and but I partially digress. Now, some of these vegans say, quote, why do, sorry, so mentally vacuous. They say, quote, why are these billionaire companies taking away products because of declining sales? Aren't they making enough? Unquote. Clearly not. If this thing was extraordinarily profitable, they would continue making it for the indefinite future. They wouldn't stop. They're literally stopped making it because you're not buying enough of this crap. Like, if this is flying off the shelves left and right, maybe a business does not stop making a product if they're making a profit on it. Now, they say, quote, this is the worst day of my life. Jeez Louise. Aren't they making enough? Worst day of my life. Now, the article continues saying, quote, if you plan on stocking up on the KitKat vegan ahead of the summer's discontinuation, your options are pretty slim depending on where you live. As of now, the fans can grab a single 1.46 ounce bar off Amazon for $7.95 per unit, or a 24 bar pack for $73.80 per unit, which they also say you can find them online at Walmart or overseas in the UK if you're planning a trip there. Now, again, I'm not sure how, I don't buy chocolate. I mean, what does a regular KitKat go for? When I was a kid, maybe it was what, $1? I would imagine maybe with inflation, maybe it's $2 at most today for a regular one. And yet the vegan one is $7.95, which realistically, after you're extorted, I mean taxed, you're talking what, $8.50, $9 for a thing of vegan plant-based chocolate, which there's like a 2% chance it tastes good. I'm sorry, I'm being too generous. A 1% chance that this actually tastes good. Now, let's go to the top comments. Perhaps I'm alone in this assessment and they all think this is terrible news. We're going to go out and buy every single one of these. Maybe it's akin to when they canceled the zebra gum, which I would argue is actually a good product, but nevertheless. K128, unique name, says, quote, vegan products are very much a super niche, and I'd wager a lot of vegans and health conscious are not buying much candy to begin with. A niche market within a niche market doesn't bode well for long-term profit, getting 25 upvotes and 1 downvote. Dylan says, quote, this was a thing? No wonder they are taking it away. I've never even seen one. Like ever, and KitKat was my favorite candy bar. Not once did I ever see this in stores. How is it popular if it's never been seen? Good question, getting 69 likes. Greg says, quote, KitKat vegan and popular should not be used in the same story. Nobody will miss it. Getting 139 upvotes and 3 downvotes. Which, yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing either. Lon says, man, I was nervous. I love KitKats. When I saw it was a vegan version of news. So I'm all good now. Getting 20 likes. Linda says, oh, thank God. I thought the real KitKat bars were being discontinued. Getting 75 upvotes and no downvotes. Let's see here. Phil says, how could it be popular with low sales? Exactly. Getting 57 likes. Keith perhaps overestimates the sample size of prospective clients. It says, quote, there's like 12 people that are going to lose it over this. KitKat vegan exists? Question mark. Getting 18 likes. So yeah, I never knew this existed, but let me know in the comments. Did you even know this chocolate bar existed, or this more accurate abomination of chocolate bar existed? And if you knew it existed, do you know anyone who ever bought it? Like, I never even seen that on the store shelves. Granted, I'm a pretty habitual buyer when it comes to my groceries, but let me know your thoughts in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how to make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.